I'm Anil Kumar, and here is a very interesting scenario. Now, the question says, my student Sujita is happy with the compound angle formula as now she does not have to struggle with equivalent ratios. Explain her how she can simplify the expression tan of 3 pi by 2 plus x. Now what I see here is that when we begin with this chapter 7 in advanced functions, the very first unit chapter is 7.1, which is equivalent ratios. And most students really get confused and they're not very clear about how to write equivalent ratios. And once they reach 7.2, 7.3 and become comfortable with the compound angle formula, then they feel that they can solve each and every question using compound angle formula and find equivalent ratios. Well, you really can't do it. So that is why I've taken this example. Now when we say tan of 3 pi by 2 plus x, and if we apply compound angle formula, let me write it down. So what do we have? Tan a plus b is equals to tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan A tan B, right? That is the compound angle formula. Now, what is tan of 3 pi by 2? Tan of 3 pi by 2 is undefined. Since tan of 3 pi by 2 is undefined, you cannot actually use this formula and simplify this expression with the help of compound angle formula, right? So there are restrictions which I think is important for me to share with you, and that's the whole reason why I have this question here. Now the question is, how will you simplify this expression? So we have to go back to the equivalent ratios. Well, that gives me another opportunity to explain you how to write equivalent ratios when 3 pi by 2 is involved. It is not very difficult, let me tell you that. Okay, I will show you two ways of finding the solution for this. One is, let's figure out where is this 3 pi by 2 plus x. So what we will do is, we will assume x to be an acute angle. Let us say x is this acute angle, right? Now when I say 3 pi by 2 plus x, so we know this is like 1 pi by 2, right? This is 2 pi by 2 and this is 3 pi by 2 here, right? When I say 3 pi by 2 plus x, that means we are somewhere here, right? So that angle is x, and this whole from here to here is 3 pi by 2 plus x. Correct? You agree with me, right? Now let's look into our rule. All are positive here, sine is positive here, tan is positive in quadrant 3 and cos is positive in quadrant 4. That means that tan of 3 pi by 2 plus x, which lies in quadrant 4, should be negative. So we'll write negative here. That's first thing. Now, if I am using the cofunction identity, cofunction for tan is cotangent. So we will write cot of x. Done. So cot of x is equivalent expression for tan 3 pi by 2 plus x. Do you get it? So we could do it like this, right? That is a very simple way of writing the given expression in the form of cofunction identity. So this is also cofunction identity. I hope it helps. So basically, first step is figure out in which quadrant you are and then find whether that ratio is positive or negative. We are in quadrant 4. In this quadrant, tan is negative. So write down negative. And what is a cofunction? Whenever we see cofunction, we are seeing angle from vertical. Remember that also. So from vertical, we know it makes x, correct? Therefore, our equivalent expression is minus cotangent of x. I hope this time's absolutely clear and easy for you to understand. Apply this strategy and go back to 7.1, answer your questions. I hope that will help. Thank you and all the best.